Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. It's early morning. You sit up slowly, swinging your legs off the bed. But something feels different, weaker, like your legs no longer belong to you. You reach for the edge of the mattress, bracing yourself. Just standing takes more effort than it did yesterday. Your arms feel a bit shaky as you steady yourself. There's no sharp pain, no sickness, but deep down, you know something isn't right. You haven't fallen. You haven't missed a single dose of your medication. So why does it feel like your strength is slowly being drained? One morning at a time. You're not imagining it. There's something happening deep inside your body. Something that doesn't announce itself with fever or pain. Something that takes its time quiet. Invisible. Relentless. It's called sarcopenia. And it affects millions of older adults without them ever realizing the name of their silent enemy. Sarcopenia is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that begins as early as your 50s and accelerates with each passing decade. The most startling part, most of it happens not while you're active, but while you sleep. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults over 60 lose up to 8% of their muscle mass every 10 years, and much of that loss occurs during the nighttime hours, when the body isn't fed, moved, or protected. Imagine that. Every night, you go to bed thinking you're resting and healing, but your muscles are being broken down, slowly, gently, night after night, week after week, until one day, you realize you're struggling to open jars, to rise from your chair, to walk up the steps without holding on to something, and still, no one talks about it. No flashing warning signs. No doctor knocking on your door. Just a quiet erosion of the strength you've built over a lifetime. But here's the truth. This decline doesn't have to continue. You don't have to watch your strength vanish night after night. Because right now, yes, right now, you can make a small change. One simple habit that feeds your muscles while you rest. One decision before bed that could change the way you wake up in the morning, and it doesn't require pills, gym memberships, or exhausting routines. Just food, the right food, at the right time. In this video, we'll uncover 9 powerful fruits. Yes, fruits that can help rebuild lost muscle, restore your strength, and protect your independence. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, these foods can quietly and powerfully change your body from the inside out. But before we reveal them, take a moment to reflect. Have you felt weaker lately? Do you notice it's harder to rise from bed? Have you dismissed those moments as just getting older? If so, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not powerless. Because strength doesn't end with age. It begins with understanding and continues with the choices you make starting tonight. Let's begin with something familiar. Simple, soft, and yet surprisingly powerful. The banana. It might not seem like much. You've probably eaten hundreds in your life. But this everyday fruit hides a gift inside, especially for aging muscles. Bananas are rich in potassium, a mineral your muscles depend on to function properly. Potassium keeps your muscles relaxed. It prevents painful cramps. It helps with balance and fluid regulation. But here's what most people don't know. After the age of 60, your body becomes less efficient at absorbing and storing potassium. That means even if you're eating right, your muscles might still be undernourished. You might wake up with stiffness, aching calves, or twitching legs during the night. That could be your body crying out for more potassium. One medium banana contains nearly 10% of your daily potassium needs. But that's not all. Bananas also contain magnesium and vitamin B6, two nutrients that help convert the food you eat into energy your muscles can use. And unlike processed snacks or heavy dinners, a banana won't weigh down your digestion. In fact, eaten about 30-45 minutes before bed, bananas do something special. They gently raise your body's natural serotonin levels, helping you feel calm, at ease, and more likely to fall into deep, restorative sleep. And that's the moment your muscles need the most help. During sleep, your body enters a fasting state. Without food, it begins to break down muscle tissue for energy. But a small banana can prevent that. It gives your body something to draw from, so it doesn't have to steal from your strength. Plus, the natural sugars in bananas don't spike your blood sugar like other fruits. They digest slowly, calmly, just enough to whisper to your muscles, "You're safe. You can rebuild." If you've been struggling with leg cramps, morning fatigue, or just feeling like your muscles don't bounce back the way they used to, try this simple habit. Eat one small banana before bed. Not too green, not overly ripe, just soft and golden. Pair it with a glass of water or a spoonful of Greek yogurt if you'd like a little protein boost. It's not a miracle, but it is a message to your muscles: I haven't forgotten you. Because sometimes strength starts with something small, and healing begins with something soft. Now let's talk about a fruit that looks tiny, but carries the weight of a giant when it comes to protecting your body. Blueberries. Dark, sweet, quietly powerful. For seniors struggling with muscle loss, blueberries offer more than just flavor. They offer protection, cellular protection. Here's how. As we age, our muscles suffer not just from underuse or lack of protein, they're also under constant attack by oxidative stress, tiny chemical reactions inside the body that slowly wear down tissues, including muscle fibers. This kind of stress doesn't hurt at first. You won't see it. You won't feel it. But it leaves its mark: slower recovery, more soreness, and eventually, loss of strength. Blueberries are one of the richest sources of anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that neutralize oxidative stress before it can damage your muscles. Think of them like tiny firefighters rushing in to cool inflammation, repair damage, and protect the muscle fibers you still have. But that's not all. Blueberries have been shown in studies from Tufts University to enhance muscle recovery, improve mobility, and even boost brain function, all of which are tightly linked as we grow older. When your mind is sharp and your balance is strong, your muscles stay active. And when your muscles stay active, they stay alive. And the best part, you don't need a lot. Just 1/2 to 1 cup of blueberries a day, fresh or frozen, is enough to see real benefits over time. But when should you eat them? Try them 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Paired with a small spoonful of almond butter or Greek yogurt, that simple bedtime snack becomes a triple-action protector: antioxidants to guard muscle cells, healthy fats to slow digestion overnight, protein to feed rebuilding. It's not just a snack. It's a message to your body: I'm still growing. I still care. Because muscle loss isn't just about aging. It's about what you don't give your body when it needs it most. And blueberries, They're one of nature's sweetest gifts. Small enough to hold in your palm. Strong enough to help hold up your body. There's something magical that happens when you sleep. Your heart slows. Your breathing softens. And deep inside, your body begins to repair. But here's the problem. If your sleep is shallow, your muscles don't get the chance to rebuild. That's where this next fruit steps in. Tart cherries. Not the sweet kind you find in pies. Not the sugary maraschinos in a jar. We're talking about real tart cherries. Or better yet, their concentrated juice. These little fruits are one of the only natural sources of melatonin, the hormone that helps your brain slip into deep, restorative sleep. But why does that matter for muscle? Because deep sleep is when growth hormone is released, the hormone that tells your body to rebuild muscle tissue, strengthen bones, and restore energy. Without that deep sleep, your muscles remain in limbo, tired, en repère, vulnerable. But a small glass of tart cherry juice before bed can change that. In a study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition, adults over 50 who drank tart cherry juice slept longer, had less muscle soreness, and showed improved overnight muscle recovery. All that from a fruit? Yes, because tart cherries don't just help you fall asleep. They also reduce inflammation, lower cortisol, the stress hormone that breaks down muscle, and support joint health, something many seniors silently struggle with. Here's how to use them. Drink 4 to 6 ounces of unsweetened tart cherry juice about 45 minutes before bed. Make sure it's 100% tart cherry, not a blend. Not from concentrate. And definitely not sweetened. If it's too tart, mix it with a little water or a splash of lemon. Sip it slowly. Let it be your evening ritual. Not just a drink, but a gentle goodbye to the day. Because muscle health isn't only about food, it's about rest. Real rest. And these cherries, humble as they seem, may be the most healing part of your night. Imagine falling asleep faster, waking up with less stiffness, and feeling your body quietly thanking you for this one simple choice. It's green, it's soft, and it might be the most surprising fruit on this list. Avocado. Yes, it's a fruit, technically. But more importantly, it's a muscle-saving powerhouse for seniors. You see, muscle loss doesn't just come from lack of protein. It also comes from something slower. Quieter. Inflammation. When your joints ache. When your back feels stiff. When you feel sore for no clear reason, that's inflammation at work. And it's often the hidden reason muscles stop growing and start shrinking. But avocados carry a secret weapon inside monounsaturated fats. Plus, a unique blend of vitamins, potassium, and antioxidants. These healthy fats don't just protect your heart, they lower chronic inflammation throughout your body, including the tiny microtears in muscle tissue that prevent full recovery. And here's something most people don't realize. Avocados contain more potassium than bananas. That means better hydration, better nerve signals, and fewer cramps. But perhaps most important of all, avocados help your body absorb the nutrients you get from other foods. Without fat, your body can't properly take in vitamin D, magnesium, or even certain amino acids from protein. Avocados act like a nutrient booster, quietly unlocking the benefits of everything else you eat. So how should you use them? Just a quarter to half of an avocado per day can help. Mash it on a slice of whole grain toast, blend it into a smoothie, or simply enjoy it plain with a dash of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon. It's creamy, it's calming, and it's kind to your body. For seniors who felt stuck, sore, or slow to heal, this soft green fruit could be the missing link. Because in a world full of processed, inflammatory foods, avocados are nature's balm. Gentle, healing, restorative, and for muscles that have been neglected, it's like a whisper saying, "You still matter." There's a reason they say, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." But for seniors, it might be more accurate to say, "An apple a day keeps your muscles in play." You see, while apples don't boast high protein or fat like other muscle-saving foods, they offer something just as critical: fiber. And not just any fiber. Apples contain a type of soluble fiber called pectin. It's the unsung hero of digestion. And here's why that matters. As we age, digestion slows. Nutrient absorption weakens. And even if you're eating healthy, your body might not be fully receiving the fuel. That's where fiber comes in. Pectin gently scrubs the gut, feeding the beneficial bacteria that live inside your intestines, what scientists call the microbiome. And a healthy gut microbiome isn't just good for digestion. It's essential for muscle recovery, immune support, and nutrient absorption, especially protein. Think of apples like this. They're not the builders. They're the delivery truck that makes sure the bricks get to the right place. And there's more. Apples are rich in quercetin, a powerful antioxidant shown to reduce muscle fatigue and support endurance, especially in older adults. In one study, quercetin was shown to reduce exercise-induced damage and improve performance in seniors doing simple physical activity. You don't need to turn it into a science experiment. It's soft, it's sweet, and chances are you've eaten one today or yesterday. But what if I told you that a simple banana holds the key to something far more important than a quick snack? Muscle control. As we grow older, one of the first signs of muscle loss isn't size, it's coordination. Shaky hands when pouring water. Twitches in your calves at night. A sudden stumble that seems to come from nowhere. Those are signs your muscles are lacking potassium, a mineral that bananas deliver better than almost any other fruit. But potassium isn't just about cramps. It's about balance, electrical signals, and precision. You see, every time your brain tells your body to move, whether it's your leg, your arm, or your fingers, that signal travels through a delicate electrolyte system, and if potassium levels are low, that signal gets interrupted. The result: slower reactions, weaker lifts, and an increased risk of falls. Bananas also contain vitamin B6, which supports nerve function, and magnesium, which works with potassium to relax tight muscles. And there's another hidden benefit. Bananas contain tryptophan, a compound that helps the brain produce serotonin and melatonin, which means better sleep and calmer nerves. And as you know by now, better sleep equals better muscle repair. So how do you use them? One small to medium banana a day is perfect, preferably in the evening, either sliced into a bowl of oatmeal, blended into a smoothie, or paired with cottage cheese for a muscle-protecting bedtime snack. If you're diabetic or managing blood sugar, choose half a banana with protein to balance it out. Because bananas aren't just sweet, they're strategic. They're a gentle source of energy, a guard for your nerves, and a quiet supporter of stability, both in your body and your mind. So the next time you reach for one, I don't think of it as a snack. Think of it as a natural muscle controller, wrapped in yellow, soft to chew, easy to digest, and exactly what your aging muscles have been craving. One medium apple per day, preferably, with the skin gives you fiber for gut strength, antioxidants for recovery, and a hydration boost from its high water content. Try it in the morning to get digestion going, or in the evening, paired with a spoonful of almond butter for a balanced pre-bed snack. Simple, affordable, reliable. If you've felt sluggish lately, or like your energy disappears too quickly, the solution may be sitting in your fruit bowl, quietly waiting to be remembered. Because sometimes, the simplest foods are the ones we overlook the most. And, in the case of apples, they're not just for children's lunches. They're a daily tool for anyone over 60 who wants to stay strong, regular, and well-fueled from the inside out. Close your eyes for a moment. Can you hear the ocean breeze, the distant waves, the rustle of palm trees? Now, take a bite of pineapple and feel that soothing tropical power, not just on your tongue but in your muscles. Pineapple isn't just a sweet vacation treat. It's a healing fruit, one that may hold the key to reducing inflammation, easing soreness, and accelerating muscle recovery, especially for seniors. Why? Because pineapple contains a powerful natural enzyme called bromelain, and bromelain is nature's anti-inflammatory flamet. Studies have shown it works much like over-the-counter pain relievers, without the harsh side effects. It reduces swelling, eases joint pain, and helps repair micro tears in muscle fibers after movement or exercise. If you've ever woken up stiff after a walk, if your shoulders feel tight after gardening, or your knees ache after standing too long, pineapple might be the quiet answer your body's been waiting for. But bromelain isn't all. Pineapple is also rich in vitamin C, critical for collagen formation, which keeps muscles, tendons, and bones strong. Manganese, a trace mineral that helps repair tissues and strengthen bones. And natural sugars that give you a gentle energy boost without crashing. And here's something many forget. After 60, recovery takes longer. Your muscles can't bounce back like they used to. But pineapple helps speed up that process. It cools the internal inflammation and brings comfort to sore joints and tired limbs. How to enjoy it? Fresh is best. Just a few chunks around 1/2 cup is enough. Blend into smoothies with spinach and banana, or eat alone after a walk, to help reduce post-activity soreness. And if fresh pineapple is too acidic for your stomach, try steamed or lightly grilled. It softens the acids while keeping the nutrients. Because aging isn't about giving up movement, it's about recovering wisely. And pineapple, it's your fruit-based first aid kit wrapped in golden sweetness. They're small. They're juicy. They fit in the palm of your hand. But these tiny spheres carry within them a quiet power, a kind of anti-aging armor. Your muscles, heart, and brain desperately need. Grapes are more than a refreshing snack. They are one of nature's most powerful tools in the fight against sarcopenia, inflammation, and even cognitive decline. And it's all thanks to a remarkable compound called resveratrol. Resveratrol is a natural antioxidant found in grape skins, especially dark purple and red grapes. It protects your cells from oxidative stress, supports blood flow, and reduces the low-grade inflammation that quietly erodes muscle over time. Think of inflammation as a slow-burning fire. And grapes. They're a glass of cool water for your body's internal heat. But grapes don't stop there. They also contain polyphenols, which help your arteries stay flexible, potassium, which supports healthy nerve signaling to your muscles, and natural glucose, giving you just enough energy to move without a crash. What does all that mean? It means easier walks, fewer cramps, and sharper reflexes even as the years go by. And here's something even more exciting. Recent research has shown that resveratrol might stimulate the same pathways as exercise, especially in older adults who can't stay physically active due to pain or illness. That means grapes might mimic some of the benefits of a workout just by being eaten consistently. How to use them? Choose red or purple grapes. They're richest in resveratrol. Enjoy a small handful, 10-15 grapes, as a snack. Pair with a protein source like a boiled egg or Greek yogurt for a balanced snack. And if chewing is difficult, try freezing them. They make a soft, cool treat that melts in your mouth and soothes the gums. But be careful not to overeat them. They're sweet, and while natural sugars are fine in moderation, balance is key. Grapes are humble. They're quiet. But in the body of a senior over 60, they can act like little repair agents, constantly protecting, healing, and energizing. So the next time you walk by the fruit aisle, don't just pass them by. Pick them up, and remember, sometimes the smallest fruits carry the greatest power. Let's talk about a fruit that almost everyone overlooks. A fruit that's been quietly sitting on shelves for decades, waiting to be rediscovered. The prune. You might remember it from your childhood, or from a time when it was only used for digestion. But science now confirms prunes are one of the most powerful allies seniors have, not just for digestion, but for muscle preservation, bone strength, and even posture correction. Yes, posture. You see, muscle and bone health are deeply connected, and if you're losing one, you're likely losing the other. It's why so many seniors start to hunch or feel fragile when lifting even light items. But here's the quiet miracle of prunes. They're rich in boron, vitamin K, magnesium, and polyphenols, all nutrients that work together to slow down bone loss, improve calcium absorption, and protect muscle fibers. In fact, a study from Penn State University showed that older women who ate 5-6 prunes daily for just 6 months significantly reduced bone density loss compared to those who didn't. Now imagine pairing that with better muscle retention and reduced joint stiffness. That's not just health, that's independence. Prunes also contain potassium to improve muscle signaling, deliver soluble fiber to improve gut health, critical for nutrient absorption, and provide natural sugars that won't spike your blood sugar when eaten in moderation. And unlike many dried fruits, prunes don't require additives to stay fresh. They're pure, they're portable, and they're powerful. How to use them? Eat 3-5 prunes in the evening as a snack. Pair with walnuts for a muscle-building combo. Or chop into oatmeal or yogurt for a sweet indes. Healing addition. And if the texture isn't your favorite, try prune puree as a base in smoothies or spreads. Because here's the truth. Muscle doesn't just vanish. It retreats slowly when we're not feeding it what it needs. And bones don't just crumble from age. They weaken silently until a small misstep becomes a big fall. But with prunes, you're sending your body a different message. You're saying, I still care. I still want strength. I still choose to stand tall. So let this be your new bedtime ritual. A few prunes. A quiet moment. A simple act of love for your future self. Take a deep breath. Now. Think back to the last time you felt truly strong. Maybe it was holding your grandchild in your arms, lifting a suitcase without strain, walking across the yard without fear of falling. That strength, it's still inside you. No matter your age, no matter how long it's been, it's not too late to bring it back. You see, sarcopenia, the silent loss of muscle, is not a life sentence. It's a signal, a gentle reminder that your body still wants to heal. And food, simple. Healing food is your medicine. These 9 fruits we've explored, they're not just snacks. They're signals to your cells. They say, repair. They say, grow. They say, stay. Because your muscles are listening. Every prune, every grape, every slice of avocado, they carry nutrients that speak directly to your strength. And now you know, you're not powerless. You're not just aging. You're adapting and reclaiming what's yours. So, here's my gentle encouragement. Start tonight. Choose just one fruit. Prepare it with care. Eat it with presence. And whisper to yourself, I choose strength. I choose life. I choose to keep moving. Because you deserve to wake up tomorrow, not weaker, but stronger. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking care of yourself. If this video moved you, if it reminded you of your quiet power, please leave a comment below. Tell us, which fruit will you try first? And if you want more healing, science-backed videos made just for you, click subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because your story isn't done yet. It's just beginning a stronger, sweeter chapter. From our hearts to yours. Thank you for watching. And remember, you're not too old to get stronger. Not even close.